Hey, I'm Erin, and I just happened to be at home office today. I ran into Brian, and he offered to give me a little peek at some of the St. Patrick's Day Magically You collection leggings. I am super stoked to check these out. Thank you for offering.
Of course, yeah.
But before we start, I just want to say, from me and all the retailers, thank you so much for the magic that your team is making happen, and for all of you guys behind the scenes in every department at home office. We really value all the effort that you guys are putting into making LuLaRoe magic right now. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, can I dig in?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Okay,
Jump right
I
in.
haven't looked at these, you guys. I'm super excited. Okay, so this to me, besides being awesome and kind of neon, is like a play on sort of a Southwestern inspired stripe. What do you see when you look at this?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely bright and vibrant. You've got that nice neon green, but it's kind of leaning into more of, like you said, an Aztec print.
Yeah.
Something linear that really breaks up the legging very well. Yeah.
It's cool that it's only two-tone as well, because it's going to be simple and it's going to go with a lot of stuff. And I love the horseshoes and all the kind of the nods to St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I love something like that because it's very hand hewn. You can see the details of the brushwork.
Hand drawn. Yeah. Totally. Okay, these are awesome.
So much fun.
Those are flamingos.
Yeah.
And tropical vibes for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
That is definitely something I've never tied together before, but it works.
For sure, yeah. I mean, we wanted to kind of tap into just about every different direction for this collection, and so I think we did a pretty good job of reaching a lot of different places.
This is like St. Patrick's Day in Hawaii, which I would love to do. Just note to my husband over there. Okay, these are adorable. Oh my gosh, look at that. Pots of gold. I love the greens.
Yeah, a lot of fun. What I like about this is similar to what you had mentioned before. There's not a ton of colors going on, so it's going to be really easy to pair into just about any outfit you want to wear out that day and celebrate.
Adorable, you guys. So cute. I've been stashing my solid perfects and Irmas for this collection because I'm going to make outfits for my customers. Yeah. So I like that these aren't too crazy. I'm sure some of them get a little crazy.
There's definitely some wild, kitschy, fun stuff to look at, but something very basic like this Celtic, it's something you're used to seeing, your geometric, simple two-tone prints, but with the Celtic twist, I really like the little nod to St. Patrick's Day.
So does this have any meaning, this symbol, or is it just sort of a...
Not that I'm aware of, to be 100% honest with you. Certain specific knots do mean stuff to the Celtic culture.
Celtic knot, okay.
But yeah, not that I'm aware of on this specific one.
Cool. Well, it's helpful to have that kind of that knowledge of this is a Celtic knot, or like a nod to a Celtic knot, because that helps us describe it. Oh, look how tiny.
Oh my goodness.
Cute. Okay, Mama needs a matching pair.
Love it, yeah.
This is gonna be awesome, you guys. It says Lucky on there. Hopefully the camera picks that up. But I have a 4-year-old and she and I are gonna need to match.
For sure, I like that one because it's very simple, easy read, you know?
Super cute. Okay, so I gotta talk to you about these. First of all, is this an Olin inspired design? We learned about Olin.
Oh yeah, actually Olin did draw this. We wanted to do something that kind of touched into like the 80s. Now, the core thought behind this collection was to really reach into when St. Patrick's Day became nationally celebrated outside of the Catholic Church. And so that's when you really started seeing, you know, a lot of the fun center front hits or screen prints in fashion in general, with the shamrocks and the 4-leaf clover and the Lucky You and Kiss Me, I'm Irish. And so that was originally kind of started in the 70s, but caught full speed early 80s. And so we wanted to touch base on a bunch of fun stuff from the 80s.
Cool.
Yeah.
Love the colors. And it says, you guys, it says, your luck just ran out, and it's a leprechaun driving a monster truck.
On a rainbow.
So many moms of little boys who love monster trucks, they're gonna wear these, and their little 4 and 5 and 6-year-old boys are just gonna fall in love with their mamas all over again.
It's a really fun print.
That is awesome. Okay, these are my jam. Look at rainbow leprechaun things.
Yeah. Almost neon. Actually, I believe the Pantones are neon, so they glow really well. Lots of pop, but still very simple, understated, if you would.
And I love that it brings color into like a typically very green holiday. Besides those rainbows. Those rainbows are always part of it. Okay, speaking of rainbows, guys.
Oh yeah.
Check out the pots of gold. So good. These look like kids' leggings to me, so definitely gonna find some Mommy and Me sets.
Yes.
Across the designs.
I would imagine you wouldn't have too much trouble doing that.
Awesome.
This is one of my particular favorites.
Oh, cool.
I love the look and feel of it. It's so different than anything else in the collection. Very graphic in nature. and it ties really well to just about any top you want to put it with.
I love the stripes, and I love that like lime green behind, and that it's kind of just a simple black and white, which I know a lot of people are really drawn to, but it's still got that fun shamrock pattern in there.
Yeah, and just enough green so you don't get pinched.
That's important. Oh man, kiss me, I'm Irish.
Yeah.
Can we do one next year that says kiss me, I'm stylish?
Why didn't I think of that? Oh, that's perfect.
Look at the rainbows. These are adorable. So good.
Love it.
All right, we got some more Celtic knots, it looks like, in here. So these are a little more green for you.
There it is. I mean, if you're looking for a
wrong.
big, bright, bold pair of leggings for the day, that's it. That's very green.
That's a good nod to your Irish culture right there.
Absolutely.
All right, now these look super adorable. Okay, you got to tell me what inspired these, because are those juice boxes?
They are, yeah. I mean, like I said, we really wanted to just kind of think outside of the box, and this time we thought inside of the box.
Oh, snap.
So forcing ourselves to go against the grain sometimes, that's what keeps us ahead of the curve. So
these are lucky juice boxes, guys, on a lavender background. So you still have a touch of your green. You got a 4-leaf clover.
Yeah.
So you're safe on St. Patty's.
Yeah, but you're not committed to a full green outfit if that's not your style.
I like it. All right, we got the Blarney Stone.
So the Blarney Stone, I felt like we couldn't do our maiden voyage into St. Patrick's Day without at least mentioning the Blarney Stone. I think it's such an awesome piece of Irish culture and the stories that go behind the stone itself and going to kiss it for the gift of gab.
I could use some good luck. Maybe I'll have to make a little journey over there. Oh, lucky lady.
Yeah, Lady Luck. I think, it's Lady Luck.
Oh, Lady Luck, you're right.
Yeah.
There's no lucky in there.
Right, and that's a lot of fun. It's actually a pretty expensive print to create because it's one way.
That's right.
And so...
no upside down Lady Lucks.
No, yeah, the artist that created this, David Wu, spent a lot of time trying to integrate those rainbows in a way that didn't look super repetitive and redundant, so that it has a nice even flow across the leggings.
That makes sense. I love the colors too. They tie in really nicely. They're nice and bright.
Yeah.
Oh, I see some plaid.
Had to do some plaids. Yeah,
plaid is a staple for sure. Look how cute that is, though. It's the perfect St. Patty's Day plaid.
Yeah,
Nailed
nice,
it.
Easy tartan. It's beautiful.
Got your 4-leaf clovers in there. This is like so fun, you guys. It's like Christmas on St. Patty's Day. All right. 4-leaf clovers made out of 4-leaf clovers.
Yeah.
Now we saw a little bit of this on Valentine's at the Happy Hearts Club with designs made out of hearts.
Sure.
This is kind of a similar.
Yeah, just kind of carrying it in the same direction, but exploring the possibilities with that. We're really testing the abilities of the screen printing process here by seeing just how small we can get those clovers without losing any of the detail.
I mean, they're detailed to the tiniest
they
one.
go all the way down to the smallest one. So
cool. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's still so much more in here.
Move some of this over so you can grab it easier.
Arms.
There you go.
All right, we got. Tell me about this guy.
Yeah, so I mean, he's your just typical leprechaun, and what I really like about this guy, he's got, instead of smoking his pipe, he's got little 4-leaf clovers coming out, almost like bubbles out of there. I'm really liking the accent of orange. I feel like that helps it kind of pop and break up the green.
Totally.
Yeah.
He's just blowing some shamrock bubbles on there. All right, so is this another sort of a plaid variation?
Yeah, similar to like a buffalo check or maybe even a checker. We're just kind of exploring the possibilities with bringing plaid in and keeping it ultra simple.
Super cute, and I love the way that the shamrocks are so vibrant on here. You can really see that is a St. Patrick's Day legging.
For sure. Oh, you got another one.
Oh, these must be kids. Or no, maybe just a different size. But we saw this print earlier. That's a good one.
Love it. One thing to note is similar to some of the other collections you're going to be seeing, we kept the Pantones drawn from a very specific set of Pantones, so that if you want to pair well with other things that are coming out in that season, you should be able to find stuff really easily.
Which is so awesome for us as retailers, because then it's really easy for us to put together outfits and make collections for our customers.
It's the idea.
Super high value, guys. These are rad. Okay, is this shamrock?
Yeah, loving this. I mean, it reminds me of something you might have seen again back in the 80s on the center front hit of somebody's like local bar or a 5K they were running, and they would have the little design shop there in town create something.
Yeah.
Really wanted to tap into that look.
And these are another pair that the font only goes
one way. Yeah. And it's a really interesting piece. Once you see it on the body, I love the way that lays out.
That is super cool. Oh, cute. So these are just a perfect green plaid. No necessarily like St. Patrick's specific thing going on.
Right.
But
yeah, we wanted to keep this capsule, since it was our first St. Patrick's Day capsule, fairly capsule specific with the artwork, so
Yeah.
not a whole lot of stuff intended for year-round use, but some of it, if you want to tie it in throughout the year, you're more than welcome to. This reminds me of a certain video game that a lot of kids are playing right now. I'm not going to mention, but yeah, that's a lot of fun. So.
Would you call this a gingham or
No,
buffalo?
it's not a gingham or a buffalo because it has multiple colors. A gingham or a buffalo would constrain
Just be
itself to the
two?
2 colors.
Okay.
But yeah, like a very, very basic play on something like that.
Okay.
I think it'd be forced into a plaid. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Helpful for us, right? And then we can tell our customers that. Okay, I've been waiting for these. We got some unicorns in the house and
Yeah.
waterfalls. This is like
Yeah,
magic
this is a
land.
spectacular piece. It's very rare that an artist gets to work all day on a specific artwork.
Can you guys
But
see that?
I gave some very, very direct inspiration based on old toile wallpaper that I wanted to capture.
Yes.
And so it's like this vivid living scenery. And so again, David Wu painted all of this in Photoshop with
No way.
his brush kit. Yeah, and I mean, this little unicorn with the rainbow mane and the waterfalls, you've got a little leprechaun here, pots of gold scattered throughout. Believe it or not, these are actually all little 4-leaf clover patches. So a lot of fun, this print. Love
This
this
is
one.
literally a piece of art on
Yeah.
leggings.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
magnificent.
so cool.
And again, the one way, so that,
Yeah,
I mean, otherwise
all the
you can't
unicorns
tell
are
a scenery.
on their
yeah.
legs, not on their backs.
Yeah.
Got it, that makes sense. All right, so these are super cute. Just a nod to a really spectacular floral, lots of amazing colors.
For sure.
But
yeah.
still green.
The green itself is what holds this one to the St. Patrick's Day
Oh.
collection.
There's clovers.
Yeah, you've got a few 4-leaf clovers tossed
That
in
is
there.
awesome.
But I think you might be able to slide that one out in June if you wanted to with the right
Totally.
top.
These are super tropical. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, so you got some more green. Oh, so this is
Yeah.
like the black and white.
Exactly. And again, it wasn't very often throughout this collection that we decided to do a colorway, but I felt like that art itself was so strong because of the balance in the
Yeah.
colors that it could support a 2-tone, and then in the black and white with that pop of green, you've got a 3-tone.
Agree.
Yeah.
All right, let's get these babies out because
Right.
they are looking pretty darn cute. Check it out. This
Love
to
it.
me is like classic St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got your very simple, you know, the iconography of
Yes.
St. Patrick's Day. It almost
Look at
looks
that
like
guy.
little stickers that you might get and just
Yeah.
made the leggings yourself. It's a lot of fun.
My kid made these leggings for me, and they're adorable, and I
Love
love
it.
them. All right, we got more in here, you guys. We still have more to go through. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Oh,
So
wow.
obviously we got kids stuff as part of the collection, but it's so cute to see some of these in a miniature size.
Yeah.
And I can picture all the little kiddos in those. They're adorable.
For sure.
All right, these to me are a little bit of a nod to Villains a couple years ago when you
Okay.
had all the ladies in the squares, all the bad
Yeah.
ladies.
Yeah.
And now we've kind of brought them to like a happier place.
Yeah, there was an amazing artist years ago that would build artwork in grids, and so every now and again we'll tap into some of that because it's such an iconic style. I really like this one because of how simple in nature the drawings are.
So cute.
Yeah, it's a
I
lot
love
of fun.
it. Yeah, the
A lot
simple
of fun.
patterns really kind of just jump out at you. All right, so this one just says St. Patrick's Day. Oh, but they crossed out a T and they made it an R. So it says St. Parties Day. Somebody got pretty clever down there.
Yeah, that one's a lot of fun, and again, a one-way print.
That is great.
Very, very simple. I like the olive drab instead of such a bright Kelly
gonna say that
green.
too, yeah.
Helps break the look of the box up, and it'll give you a better look on the rack, I think.
Totally. Not everybody likes
The
fluorescent
same colors,
I
yeah.
do. Not everybody does. All right, so these are adorable. You got green rainbows in 4-leaf clovers. This is kind of a simple print, but
Right.
there are so many customers out there and retailers that are attracted to kind of a more classic
Yeah.
pattern and not something so kitschy.
Yeah,
So this is
sophisticated,
really
fashionable
cool.
basics. It pairs well with just about anything else. And again, you'll be able to find most of the greens that are scattered throughout there in a top
Yeah.
throughout the rest of that
I love that
the rest
color
of that
palette.
castle. So
All right, we got more rainbows and pots of gold. These are the grown-up pair. I think we had the kids
Yeah.
pair earlier, so I'm starting
loving
to see.
it. Those colors jump so well off of the black.
They do, and I love this pair. We saw this earlier, but I think it had a green base instead of black.
Yeah.
Kiss Me, I'm Irish.
Yeah, and this one, because of the black, we put a little more distress on there so that it's toned down and not so bright and vibrant.
I love that you guys put so much thought into, just because you switch the background color, you don't just leave it at that. You take
Right.
it a step further and you say, you know what, on black, this is going to be pretty bright. Let's
Yeah.
take it down a notch so it's not too
Absolutely.
crazy. Okay, you guys, we have, it looks like one more in here.
Yes.
Oh, maybe ending on my favorite note.
That one's a lot of fun. So another nod to an Aztec geo print. I really like this one. You've got a lot of the great color use. It looks like this specific pair was L and R matched, which means the left and the right matched. So across the panel, your legs are going to look very similar, if not the same.
That's a nice perk to have when you're getting dressed.
I mean, sometimes I like the opposite, where there's the asymmetrical look,
it plays like
but
that.
for specific prints, it looks better if they're symmetrical. So
it's a fabulous palette too. I like the way there's some turquoise in there, so it breaks up the green a little bit. So Brian, thank you so much. So I'm curious, how many prints are in this collection? Because we just looked at what, 40-ish?
Yeah, I'm not going to give you the exact number, but I'll tell you this is just a small fraction of what we put into production.
So there's more to come.
Quite a bit more.
Oh, I'm so excited. That's the best part of opening our boxes, just so you know. It is literally like Christmas when this stuff shows up, especially lately. Thank you so, so much.
Feels so good to hear.
You guys, it's fun, right? To get that box and just the first thing you want to do when you see that it's on your doorstep or you're stocking FedEx, you just want to cut into it and see what you got, and you can't wait to show your people, so thank you.
I'll tell you right now, Erin, we were at the Hub last week filming, and I was thoroughly excited to see the line so full of such amazing stuff. So yeah, it's definitely coming to life.
It never gets old.
For sure.
Truly, truly.
Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm stoked you got an opportunity to take a sneak peek. Hope you guys are loving this stuff once you get a chance to order this evening. Enjoy your day.
Thank you guys. Have fun.